friends, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with an unboxing from Diamood. I am a huge cat lover, and so when Diamood reached out to ask if they could send me one of their new kits with some upgrades and additional new features, this is the artwork that immediately I was drawn to because look at this adorable calico cat and the galaxy in the background. It's just too cute for words. Now, Diamood is located in Spain, and so you'll see most of their branding is in Spanish, usually Spanish and English. But this is Stars and Whiskers by Daria Elvy Fox. Here's the size, 50 by 71 or 19.6 by 27.9 inches. And these tubes, this is one of the upgrades and changed features that I mentioned. I am honestly like, this is kind of a sensory dream. It has an actual texture to it, and it's honestly this like beautiful, almost iridescent blue, and I've never seen a tube like this from a company before. This shipped pretty quickly coming from Spain, and I believe most of their kits are made to order, so do double check on the website. They're pretty clear about saying at the top what the turnaround time is going to look like for various kits. So we're going to open this up. I like that the tube is pretty sturdy and gives a good amount of protection to this. And while I'm opening this up, I did want to mention that if you would like to save 15% off of your Diamood purchase, I have a code that I partnered with them to share with you for 15% off. It's my name, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, and the number 1515. I'm not an affiliate with Diamood at the moment, but I may make a small commission if you choose to use this particular code. So it's similar, and I want to make sure that I'm totally transparent about that. So let's open this up and see. There's some different things that they have, like I said, changed and upgraded about these kits, all really in the interest of being more sustainable and environmentally friendly. For example, well, a couple of months ago, I think, I unboxed one of their new premium toolkits here on my channel. I'll have that video linked below. But they switched over because they were finding that so many people that were purchasing from them already had diamond painting toolkits, whether it's a basic toolkit they had already or had their own, trays or whatnot, or pens. They decided to forego putting toolkits in with their kits. I'm noticing a lot of small shops doing this, and I actually love it because I feel like a lot of us, honestly, especially if we are getting to the point of ordering from a small shop, we tend to already have plenty of those tools. So I'm really okay with it. The premium toolkits that they offer now that you can purchase separately have a lot of nice upgrades in my opinion, and I shared really all of my thoughts on that in that video, so I'll have those linked below in case you are looking to do some upgrades. They did also decide to go ahead and do away with the release paper that was originally included with these kits because the feedback that they were getting was that no one was really using it. And again, I think they really were aiming to try to be more sustainable, and it also helps a bit with keeping costs down on the customer side of things. Here's a bigger look at this artwork. So obviously in Spanish, Estrellas y bigotes. I don't speak Spanish. My background is more, I speak a tiny bit of French, but stars and whiskers is what that translates to in English. Daria Elvy Fox, here's the artist's Instagram. That's a nice touch to link to the artist's Instagram, so if you want to follow and support the artist directly, you can. The size again, oh, this is licensed, by the way. All of their artwork is licensed. The copyright symbol is one of those things that'll help tell you that. That means that this artist has given permission for the use of this artwork by Diamood and is being compensated for it as well. So we have a sticker sheet that has all these pre-cut labels. This is the DMC code here in the right-hand column. Most diamond painting companies use this color code system. And this shop has all the special drills, well, with like blue letters in the left-hand column, and then we have letters at the end. The ND, these are called nebulous dust, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones that have that fine glitter coating on the top. But we'll double check once we're looking at the diamonds and make sure. And then of course we have some ABs, which you're probably very well familiar with. So all those special drills we'll get a closer look at when we look at the diamonds, and also take a look on the canvas to see where they're going to be in the image. That said, speaking of the canvas, let me take you through the features of the canvas, get a sense for what this is like. So there's their branding, Diamood, and I don't think they made changes to the canvas. It's still this kind of short lint, soft lint backed canvas. I like this canvas material. It tends to hold drills well. There's other companies that use this, so I'm familiar with it and working with it, and can say with, you know, relative confidence that it's going to work well. There's a kind of a medium thickness plastic cover, and then they use poured glue that is very sticky, so shouldn't have any trouble with drills sticking there. Then we have a legend at the top left with all, this is 80 colors. I like didn't register that when I was looking at the stickers. This is a colorful kit, friends. That's a lot of colors. 80 colors. This, I think, this might be my first kit that I work on from them. I have to see. It's on my list for 2025. I really would like to work on a Diamood kit, and this might be it, but I wanted to get it unboxed and get a look at it first. So here's a thumbnail of the artwork, the name, and then the artist's name again, and the size. Crafting happiness. Here's their, you know, hashtags so you can show your progress, and their socials. They also have an app, which I need to test it out. I'm really curious to see how it works. I believe it functions kind of like a logbook, but it's brand neutral, and you can use, like, you can input kits from other companies in it too. My understanding is that it's free. So I need to take a look at that and test it out a little bit just to see what some of the features are like and kind of report back to you guys on my experience with it. But anyway, let's take a look up close at this canvas and see what we feel like we're gonna have as far as color blocking and confetti goes. Take a look at the symbol clarity on here. So things like the yarn balls seem to have more confetti, which makes sense. There's a lot more color changes there. Yeah, confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. So you'll be changing out the color in your tray more often, and doing probably more single placing. I am seeing some color blocking on this one. Color blocking is where you have sometimes literal blocks of color like you see here on the cat's paw, or leg, I suppose. So you can grab a multi-placer in areas like that, tend to go faster, and you'll have that color in your tray for a bit longer. Look at the cute face, a little derpy face. Okay, I love it. So I had a calico cat. That was actually my very first cat growing up, was a calico. I don't know if this is exactly a calico, if it's supposed to be like a tortoise shell or something like that, but the coloring makes me think calico. So fond associations with that for sure. A little funny anecdote just while we're looking through this. I saw someone, I've seen people talk about this when it comes to diamond paintings before, where they will say like cat people are usually okay with working on a diamond painting that has like any kind of cat in it, like kind of regardless of coloring or breed or whatnot. But dog people tend to be more specific. Like if they're gonna do a diamond painting with a dog in it, they really want it to be the breed of dog that they like or that they have themselves. And I can kind of resonate with that because I have both. I have cats, and I'm kind of like, oh, if the painting has a cat in it, I'm not really that fussy about if it's like the same kind of cat that I have. But I also now have a puppy, and I don't know, I think feel pickier about doing a dog diamond painting. So if you're a dog or a cat person, you'll have to let me know if you feel similarly at all in the comments below. So we're at like 70, almost 71 centimeters that way. Let's see, we're listed as 71 on the canvas. And then this way, we're just a tiny tick shy of 50 centimeters. I'm going to call that true to size. I give companies a centimeter or two of wiggle room. And yeah, that's, especially I mean, the 70 side was even a bit over that. So it's true to size. Now I'd love to take a look at the diamonds with you. I especially want to see the special drills, and those look the sparkly ABs. There's one of them. And just see what we think of how these squares look. Okay. Right off the bat, I can see that these look like they are in order, like DMC and Legend order. So you'll see that each of these has like a number, 1, 2, 3, and then dash, and then a 3-digit number. That 3-digit number is going to be that DMC code. And if you were to look at the Legend over here, you can see, yes, the number 1 is DMC 150, number 2 is 153, 3 is 155, so on and so forth. Them putting their diamonds in resealable bags is also an intentional choice as far as wanting to increase the sustainability. And diamond painting is one of those crafts where there is a lot of plastic involved, and to a certain extent there's not a lot you can do about that. But so that means I do appreciate still when companies still try to reduce waste where they can, and this is an example of that. So it also is on a practical level really helpful because you can just have these diamonds, this kit is ready to go. You don't have to do any kitting up. You don't have to cut up any bags to put into storage containers or your own baggies. It's like they're all just, you can use the Ziploc bags and resealable bags. I don't think they're Ziploc brands, but you know what I mean. And just work straight out of these. That can be a time saver, which is nice. Looks like some of these colors, maybe we have multiples. Yeah, so like $7.98, we have multiple bags of. The number at the bottom right is going to be the weight, in case you were curious. So these are said, like I said, these are square diamonds. And at first glance, I do believe that these are resin squares. I think they say as much on their website as well. Diamonds are either going to be made of resin or acrylic, and when it comes to square drills, I absolutely prefer resin. They tend to be much more consistent in size and shape, generally a million times easier to work with. Material tends to matter to me when it comes to squares, especially because they sit up so close to each other on the grid. They literally are pushed up against each other on all sides. So if there's a little bit sticking off the end, or if they aren't consistent in size and shape, they're not going to fit well on the grid, and sometimes they will literally pop off the canvas and it causes a huge headache. So looking at these diamonds in these bags, these do look very consistent in size and shape to me, though of course you can't tell with 100% certainty until you're placing diamonds on the canvas, which is one of the reasons I do want to make a priority out of working on and completing a kit from this company, so that I can really report back what my experience of working on the kit is, because I don't know about you, that is something I find to be the most helpful, but I'm hopefully still giving you a good sense of what they have to offer and my first impressions, you know? So, okay, we have all of our special drills here. And these ND ones, which were the nebulous dust. Yes, let me zoom you in. These are those diamonds that have a fine glitter coating brushed on the top. They're really, really beautifully sparkly, like shimmery kind of sparkle. They're not as bold or in your face as ABs are, but they still add a little bit of extra something above your regular diamond. It's almost a pearlescent sheen, and these are probably one of my favorite kinds of special drills that are out there. I just think they're so pretty. I like the subtle effect of them. So we have in total, that was, here, just kind of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nebulous dust colors. And then we do have some ABs as well. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These get their name from the Northern Lights and have this iridescent coating that, even when I drop it, is going to be really, really sparkly and catch your eye and absolutely draw your eye to the areas that has been charted in. So these do stand out more than those nebulous dust ones do, but are going to have just their own effect that I'm really want to see. Let's see where these different special drills are going to be found on this canvas. We'll start down here at the bottom, and yeah, we'll try to get a sense for where we're going to find these. First, let's take a look at where the nebulous dust drills are going to be found. There's a lot actually in these yarn balls. So first, the white that you see throughout the yarn, most of that white color is going to be the white dust drill. And in this yarn ball, and yeah, all of these yarn balls, most of the white you're seeing is going to be that dust drill color. Then there's 3 different shades of blue dust drills. There's kind of a light, I'm calling this like light, medium, and dark for reference. They're in there's a lot of blue in this piece. So the top of this yarn ball is the dark blue. There's some blue in this cat's paws that are the dark blue. And there's some dark blue bits in these yarn balls that are the dark blue dust drill. And then there's a good amount of the medium dust drill in these like slightly darker shades. And then a bunch of the light blue dust drill in these 2 yarn balls over here. And then in the cat's paws, there's some of the dark blue dust drill and some of these blue areas here and here in its leg. And then, let me see. Okay, the top of the cat's head, there's some of the medium blue dust drill coming along the side of some of the dark blue dust drill. And then there's a little bit of, was it over here, I think? No, that was not there. Hold on. Over here is the dark blue dust drill. And there's some of the light blue dust drill throughout here, kind of going up. And then this is also the only spot that I saw the gray dust drill, which I haven't shown you yet. It's this color of gray. There's just a tiny amount of this one, and this spot in the cat's tail is the only spot that I saw it. And then we have on the side of the ear some of the dark blue dust drill and a little bit of this blue over on this side, so, and a little bit of the medium blue over there too. So the blues are in a lot of different spots, a lot of them places you wouldn't necessarily expect. Now, before we go up any higher, I want to go through the 2 shades of purple dust drills. We had kind of a darker and a lighter shade here. There's not a ton of these, but that darker color is the dark purple in these yarn balls here and here. And I don't think the light color was really in these. I did try to take a look ahead of time just because with this many different special drills, I know it can take me a little bit to find them, and I didn't want to leave you all just sort of waiting for me to struggle through finding them. So, okay, let's keep moving up here. And as we're moving up into the top, a lot of these stars, a lot that's going on up here is going to have special drills in it. But first, starting with the cat, there are actually some of the medium blue dust drill kind of going up the cat's tail here, and then some of the light blue dust drill as we keep moving up towards the top. And then a lot of these like white centers of these sparkles are going to be that white dust drill, often surrounded by the light blue dust drill. Some of the blue dust drill, white dust drill, and then a lot of these sprinkles where there's just like little confetti dots. A lot of those are the light purple dust, or sorry, the light blue dust drill, some of the white dust drill, and yeah, a lot of the light blue up here. And then the light purple dust drill, I just really see up in here in this cloud. I don't really think I saw it anywhere else, but as always, totally possible that I missed some. There's a bunch of the light blue dust drill right here, medium blue dust drill right there, dark blue dust drill up in this area. So the stars just in general are going to sparkle and shimmer quite a bit. Quite a bit. Those are going to be pretty. I do see some of the light purple dust drill sprinkled in here that I missed earlier. A lot of the light blue sprinkled. These little dots in here, little stars over there. More of the purple too. So that's a sense for where those nebulous dust drills are going to go. Now we do have those 3 ABs, which there weren't a ton of, but we are going to find where those go as well. So the 2 shades of pink ABs are going to be in some of these pink areas of these 2 yarn balls, and some of the light pink is also going to be in this yarn ball over here. Otherwise, the only place I was really seeing the ABs was up here in the stars. The white AB I just saw here in the center of this area, and I think that was really it for the white AB. The 2 shades of pink ABs are also in this area, so there's gonna be a lot of sparkle in this like galaxy area. And then the darker pink AB is actually sprinkled quite a lot throughout the background as well. There's not a ton of that AB color in that bag. I'm a tiny bit nervous about having enough, but I will also say that I have had a really positive customer experience, service experience with this company, just in terms of their responsiveness whenever I've had questions. So I'm pretty optimistic that if I ever ran into an issue where I ran out of a drill color, that they would absolutely send out replacements. So, that said, I'm not really worried about it. I tend to be way too conservative when it comes to thinking I'm going to run out of a drill color. And really, I mean, no, that is a good amount. If it's only in the yarn balls and then kind of in the background, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But that is Stars and Whiskers. And the special drill placement, seeing it mostly in the yarn balls as well as in like the stars of the night sky, that totally makes sense to me. I might add in a little bit of extra sparkle, like maybe into like the cat's eyes or even the cat's whiskers would be really cute places to add a little bit of extra sparkle to the cat. But I'm definitely gonna, I think, start with completing this as charted because I'd be just interested to see how Diamood tends to chart their diamond paintings. I will say that at first glance, and from what I believe they have on their website, they absolutely do hand chart their kits. What that means is that a human being is spending time translating the original artwork into diamond painting form. You can usually tell this when you see kits like this that have a lot of clean lines. You can really see a lot of the details very clearly. both up close and at a distance. And even just from the rendering on the canvas, you can very clearly see a lot of the details, really specific areas. And again, those kind of clean, crisp lines. Those are the kinds of things that are very characteristic of a hand-charted piece. It's my preference of rendering style to work on. I like that it tends to be a little bit cleaner look when it's finished, and it tends to just, I like that I can use my multi-placer and go a little bit faster in some areas when I want to. And that's what this piece looks like it's going to have to offer. So anyway, just to give you a super quick recap, this is again Stars and Whiskers by Daria Elvy Fox from Diamood. It's 50 by 71 centimeters and has 80 colors. Super colorful kit. I am dying to see what the color blending looks like on this one, just to see how it all really does come together. And this is one of their newer kits and newer releases that features some of the upgrades and changes they're trying to move towards, where they're reducing some of the waste and hopefully adding, helpful features like those resealable bags and lots of colors, including even more special drills than they were doing before. And they are receptive to feedback. So if you work on one of these kits and you have thoughts you want to share with them, I would absolutely contact them and let them know. Let me know in the comments what your first impressions are, and let me know, please, if you have worked on a kit from this company. Like I said, they're on my list of goal companies to work on and try out completing a kit from them in 2025. So do stay tuned. Let me know if you'd like it to be this kit, or if I've unboxed a different kit from them here on my channel that you would, maybe want to see me work on instead. But either way, do look for my feedback and a post review on a kit from them. Hopefully sometime soon. I'll keep you posted. But for now, I'm going to let you go. Please subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos from me, including that eventual review video, as well as things like a variety of unboxings and weekly whip and chats and other diamond painting related videos. I'd love to have you here. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Thanks again to Diamood, and I hope that you all have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.